This is a good lesson. This is a good lesson. This. If you want to take one home for February, I say get this one.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, next week I might tell you to get that one, but for February so far, get this one right here. You gonna need this one. This is an exciting lesson. Amen. And when it comes, and I'm just gonna jump into it and run. All right. Okay. I can just jump in and run.
All right.
This lesson here, boy, it raises some questions. All right. Because it almost starts off with what I would almost call a church bad word. Mm-hmm. All right? You call this the S word in church. All right? Because so many people don't want to be subject. Y'all got it. Yeah. Come on, get it out. Come on, everybody just say it. Subject. When it comes to the church, it just seems like it's a tough thing to get people to be in submission, all right? And I just want to talk to you for a minute. Let's just talk for a minute this morning. Why do we have such a problem in the church with people wanting to submit? Oh, did you see how quiet it got? Wow. That's a problem, right? But it really shouldn't be. But talk to me for a minute. Why is that a problem? Why is that a problem? When you hear, I need you to be subject. I need you to be submissive. I need, when you hear that in a church setting, why does that just grab people? Yeah, come on, brother.
The reason why it's such a problem, I believe, is because the world has taken what's supposed to be for sanctified people, and they turn it into a worldly way that now is corrupt.
Okay, so the world, all right, well, tell you what, I want to steer away, I want to kind of stay in the church for a minute, all right? I know if you get out into the world, you get all kind of things, all right? Hang on, brother, let me get, I got one brother, hey, come on, sister.
People just want to do what they want to do.
People just want to do what they want to do. All right, and that's the society we live in. People don't tell me what to do, I want to do my own thing, but that's not good for you. I don't care, that's what I want to do. All right, hey, come on, bro, what you got here?
I feel like the mentality that I came to church already, so what else do you want?
Yeah, I done done God a big favor by coming to church. Now, you don't get to tell me what to do now. I done done you a favor. Some people are under that mentality, I done done you a favor by coming to church. Yeah, come on, yes. Pride. Oh, my goodness, they're so proud. You don't get to tell me what to do. I'm just, I got my own thing going here. Yeah, come on, yes.
People just, if they feel like that they're going to do what you tell them to do, they're less than.
You gonna walk over me now? Oh man, I'm the little guy. Nobody wants to be the little guy. Yes, sir. Come on, D.
People don't want to be humble.
No, man, that's a big old man. Put a pin right there. We're gonna dig in that one right there. That humble. People don't want to. It takes a humble spirit.
Yes.
To be in subject to someone else. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh wow. What else? I'm like I said, I'm talking about in the church now. When it comes to how you done dealt with some folks in the church. Yes sir. Come on.
If you're subject, then you're probably gonna have to do some things that you don't want to do.
They're gonna make you do some stuff you don't want to do. Oh boy. Isn't that usually the way it happens? The willing workers get all the work. All right, they say 80% of the work gets done by 20% of the people. Yeah. Come on, mother, what you got back here?
I hear what you're saying, and I get the Bible say that, but in my opinion,
come on.
I don't think it should be like that.
No, it's cool.
That's what they're gonna say, not me. But when you're talking to people, they say, well, yeah, I hear what the Bible said, I hear what you said, but now, in my opinion,
I hear that Bible good and everything. Oh, we gonna have to jump in there. Come on, I got a sister here. I'll come to you, brother. Come on. Who had that? Yeah.
People like to lead and not really follow as much.
You done hit something there. There's all kind of leadership classes. There's all kind of leadership classes. But there's no classes that teach people how to be subordinate in subject. No, there ain't no follower class. There ain't no follower class. Well, in 90 days, learn to be a follower. No, you got in 90 days learn to be a leader, learn to be the boss, to be, how to own your own. is good. Anybody else? All right, okay, I always have room for 8 more. Yes, come on, get your piece of this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Usually it's the senses. We living in the flesh.
Oh,
Instead of being in a place with God that's pleased with us.
yeah,
But it's always a learning process.
yeah.
So once this, like you were saying, this is a life of humility.
Yeah.
Humility lasts forever,
Yeah.
but glory lasts for eternity.
Oh, wow.
See, that's the reward. If you be obedient in the glory, you're gonna get glory.
Yeah.
But walking in humility, that's gonna be a lifetime for the Christian.
Yeah.
But they say, I'm not gonna be humble. Most people think of it, that's the way. Humility is, how can the blind lead the blind?
Wow. No, he hits up that flesh. That flesh. Our flesh really wants to do what it wants to do, when it wants to do, how it wants to do it, and that flesh don't want nobody telling me nothing. But when it comes to church, and the word submission and the word subject, it comes down to one Bible verse that really gets messed up. All right, and all what you said is good, and that's what happens in church. All right, but like Mother said, we can't forget the Bible. All right, let's go to the Bible and see exactly what it says. All right, because actually being in subjection is a very beautiful thing. Being in subjection is the nicest place that you can be. Being in your spot, being in your niche, in your position is the best place to be. All right, and we're going to find that out in our lesson. By the end of this lesson, I want you to really realize that, man, being in subjection, or being under subjection, or being submissive is a terrific thing. All right, and if I do that at the end of this lesson, I've accomplished my goal. All right, let's take a look here. Let's come over to Colossians, the 3rd chapter, and see where we get off cue a lot with this subjection thing here. Colossians. Colossians, 3rd chapter. And this is the killer verse for church right here. All right, y'all there? Okay. I didn't give you a verse yet, did I? All right, Colossians 3. All right, women, don't throw anything, all right? All right, ladies, don't get mad at me. All right, 3:18. Let's go to 3:18, and that's where we're going to start at. And y'all promise not to throw anything, right? Okay, here we go. Colossians 3:18 tells us, wives, submit yourselves. Oh yeah, I said the bad word. I said the S word right there. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as it is fit in the Lord. All right? Now that's what the scripture reads. All right? It says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as it is fit in the Lord. Now, you know how that verse mostly gets interpreted in church, or how most people hear that verse? They hear that verse as, women, submit yourselves to men in all things. That is not what that verse said. That is not what that verse said. That verse says, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands, not men in general, to your own husbands, and there's some safeguards there. Did you know that God put safeguards in place? All right? But men is the one that take the safeguards away. You know, fellas like that. I got fellas I can talk today. You know, fellas, how you buy a tool, you go down to Home Depot and you buy a grinder or whatever, and it comes with the guard on it. But that guard only allows you to put a 4-inch blade on there. Y'all fellas know what you're gonna do. Cutting with that 4-inch blade, right? You can't cut very much. So to get a bigger blade on there, we gonna cut, through some blocks and stuff. Get rid of that guard. So you gotta get rid of the guard, and now you can do what you want to do because you threw the guard out.
Wow. Come on.
See, the Lord put safeguards in place. Women, submit yourself to your own husband. All right, your own husband, not just anybody, not any guy that just comes up and just demanding you to do whatever. That's not it. To your own husbands, all right? And then he's got a safeguard. Another safeguard is, on only if it fits in the Lord.
Yes, amen.
All right, if it lines up with scripture, then yeah, we okay there. All right, and this is the thing, submission. Many have taken that verse and really abused it. All right, and gotten people to the point where they don't want to submit. You know, and each person has a different definition or experience of submission in their mind, all right, according to how they were brought up, how they were raised, and what they experienced in life. All right, some people, when they hear submission, they get an awful picture of what didn't happen to them in the past when they hear that word submission. All right, and it's just an ugly picture. But when you really look at submission in the light of the true scriptures and what God intended for it, it's a beautiful thing. All right, but man has taken it and taken the safeguards away from it and made it into an ugly thing, a confining thing, a demeaning thing. All right, that's what man has done here. All right, now submission, all right, is the act or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior or to the will of authority of another person. All right? Now that's what being subject is. All right? Now to be subject and to understand how submission and everything goes, we have to understand how the order of things go.
That's right.
All right? Things have to stay in order like God says it's supposed to stay in order. And as long as it run according to like God says it should run, when things go like God said it should and how he fixed it up originally, it rides smooth. It rides real smooth. So let's find out what the original order of things were and how it should be according to God's will, the order of submission. All right, this whole submission thing. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. 1 Corinthians 11. 1 Corinthians 11. 1 Corinthians 11. Let's clear this thing up. All right. 1 Corinthians 11, let's catch the third verse here and see how this thing is supposed to be in order. All right, because everything's got to run in order. All right. 1 Corinthians 11th chapter, 3rd verse. But I would have you know. Now, some things you just got to know how it works. All right, you got to know this. All right. Check this out. That the head of every man is Christ. Oh. So, the man has to be under subjection of someone himself. And that is Christ Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, got that? So the man is under subjection, all right, and he is under Christ. And the head of the woman is the man. So the woman comes under the man. All right, so the woman has to be subject to the man, but that's not in conjunction to that last verse. All right, they kind of put them together. All right, so this is the order of things. And check this out. And the head of Christ, oh my goodness, Jesus has someone over him. All right, it's God. Now don't get mixed up here, because this is gonna blow the bottom out of your mental computer if you miss this one. I ain't got time to straight it up. All right, Jesus is God. All right. Okay, so and Scripture says that God was in Christ Jesus, reconciling the world unto Himself. All right. So Jesus is God. So but there's some order here. While Jesus was on earth, all right, he said that he always do those things that are pleasing to the Father.
That's right.
He was always under subjection of the Father. So now, as long as we stay in order, things work fine. You got the woman, all right, under the man.
That's right.
The man under Christ.
Yes.
And Christ under God.
That's right.
And this is the thing. There's nobody above God.
Amen.
That's where it stops at. Everybody is under God. So everybody has someone that they are under subjection of. Nobody's without I'm the boss. No one can say that, all right? Except for God himself.
Yes, sir.
All right, because he created the whole thing. I mean, I think, if he made the whole thing, I think he should be in charge of it, right? All right? So no one is above that. Now, this is the thing. You don't, this submission, it works best when you have a mission. And that makes that word work right. You are under a mission. All right? That's where submission comes in at. So you have to have a mission going on for submission to work properly. All right? Now, let's use the family for a second, right? Okay? You got the children under parents, and the wife under the husband, and the husband under God. All right? Now, what is the mission here? The mission is to bring these children up in the fear and the admonition of God. To bring them to be responsible, productive people in society. That's the mission. All right? So mom works under dad, and dad is working under God. All right? And the mission is to bring these children to where they need to be. All right? Now, mom might be smarter than dad, but that's not her position. Her position, she's got a position that she works. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Let's say for an airplane. Yeah. All right? All right? You got the pilot, the co-pilot up here in the cockpit and all this. Then you got the flight attendants. You can't call them stewardesses anymore. You gotta call them flight attendants because some guys in there too, right? And then you got the passengers. All right. Now what's the mission? What's the mission here? Yeah, to get to your destination. We want to get this plane and these passengers from one destination to the next destination. All right. And so now the passengers have to be subject to who? Yeah, the flight attendants, the stewardesses, right? The bad word. The stewardesses, right? Flight attendants, all right? And then the flight attendants have to be in subject to who? The pilots, all right? And all this submission works together so that we complete this mission of getting the plane and the passengers and everybody safely from one point over to the next point, all right? Now, if the stewardess, I'm sorry, flight attendants. What, get in the cockpit. When I've been around planes long enough, I've flown all over the world and everything. If they feel like they can get in the cockpit where the pilot belongs, what happens? You put the whole mission in jeopardy. Yes. Because they're not under submission. All right? You put it in jeopardy. Now, say the passengers want to get in that cockpit. We got it's all for real, right? the mission is really in jeopardy. All right. So if everybody stays in their position, not that you may have the best fighter pilot. I mean, you may have a Blue Angel pilot in the passenger compartment, but he has to stay in that passenger compartment. Not because he's any less smarter than the guy flying the plane. He might know how to fly it better. But his position now, and he has to stay subject in that passenger area. All right? You see what I'm saying? And that's how it is when it comes to the things of God. All right? We have to stay in your position. All right? Because we've got a mission. All right? Now let's see how that works in light of our lesson here. All right? You gotta have a mission. You gotta have a mission. All right? You gotta have a mission. All right? For submission to work. All right? Just people just telling you what to do all willy-nilly for no reason. Everybody get mad about that. You don't have the authority to just run people around for your personal gain.
All right.
All right? That don't work. All right? Even in corporations, that don't work. You got your employees, then you got the supervisor. And then you got the district manager or whatever it is, as they say, going up the chain, all right? And you don't just get to tell people, you go get my laundry. I need you to pick up my kids from school today. No, you don't get to do that. No, you don't get to use that for your personal gain now, you know? Everything has to be for a mission. Whatever that company is doing, it has to be moving towards getting that mission done. Now that's when submission works nicely. All right, now let's see how that works in light of our lesson today. 1 Peter, 5th chapter, 1st verse. The elders which are among you I exhort, who am also an elder. I'm an elder also, all right? The older ones, the older saints in the church, all right? This is what we got going on here. The elders, the older ones in the church, the elders, the leaders in the church, all right? And a witness of the suffering of Christ, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. This is the thing. The older ones in the church, the elders in the church, the leaders in the church, all right, they are the ones that went through some things. They done suffered some things. All right, that's how they've earned the right to be the elders and the right to tell the younger ones something to do. So, that's how they can talk to them, because they've earned that right as elders. They've been in the faith a while. They done seen some things. They done experienced the glory of God. That's what Peter is saying here. I've experienced some of this glory, all right, of God. I've experienced some of this. All right, now I can turn around and talk to you. Yeah. That puts them in another position, all right, for other people to be in submission to them, because they've experienced some things, all right? You say, all right, he said he done suffered. All right, some of the older saints, they done suffered some things. And if you sit down and talk to them, they'll tell you some stuff. All right, you got to be in submission to them to receive that. All right, they done experienced, they done suffered some things, and they done experienced some miracles in their life, some glory of God. And I would, man, some of them things that them old saints used to tell us about, man, I'd like to see some of that stuff happen again. You know, I mean, they go to a job, all right, and they ain't got money enough to get back home. All right, and they just go out on faith that I'm going to get this job, I'm going to get paid, then I have some money to put gas in the vehicle to get on back home. Yeah. You know, I mean, that kind of thing, and they go out and they get it. Yeah. You know, you sit out and hear these kind of things, man, boy, you know, that's just amazing. All right, so these are the elders, all right, and the older ones. All right, and they've been through some suffering, and they've been through so they've been partakers of some glory. All right, feed the flock of God, which is among you, taking the oversight, not by constraint, but willingly. All right, the elders and the leaders should not feed the flock because they're made to. All right, but willingly, not for filthy lucre. Because someone is getting paid, you're paying them. That's the only reason they come here and pray, because I'm paying. That's the only reason I stay here and come here every Sunday, because that's a bad reason. All right, that's awful. All right, if that's the only reason you come, that's sad. That is sad. That is sad. Something happens, fall on hard times or whatever. Guess what? Y'all gonna be missing a preacher. What they say, a downturn in the economy and everything. You're gonna be missing somebody, right? Okay, all right. So, but of a ready mind. Listen at this third verse. Here's some safeguards. I told you, God always puts some safeguards in place. Here's a safeguard, third verse. Neither as being a lord over God's heritage, but being examples to the flock. Oh, yeah. That's how you lead. That's how you tell people and communicate with people, is through example. Yes. All right, you can't be one of those saints that, child, do as I say, not as I do. That's awful. All right, don't just do like I say. All right, I want you to do like I say and like I do. All right, how about that? All right, the scripture said, "Follow me as I follow Christ." All right, I don't want you just following Christ and I'm going off somewhere else. All right, all right. If I'm fasting, I want you to fast. All right, I don't want to be like Esther. I'm gonna fast. All my maids gonna fast, and I want y'all out there to fast. We're gonna be in this thing together. All right, yes sir, yes sir. Neither as being lords over God's heritage. All right, well, you don't just get to, be the big dictator over God's heritage here. All right, but being an example. And here comes the mission. Here's the mission. Fourth verse is our mission. You gotta have a mission, right?
Amen.
Here's the mission. Fourth verse. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, we shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. Oh my goodness, that is the mission. All right, young folks, that is the mission while you're listening to the elders, while you're listening to the leaders, all right, the ones that are in authority, all right. That's why you want to bring yourself under subjection of them, because there's a mission. The mission is to get you that when Jesus appeared, everybody's going to be happy for you. Oh my goodness, everyone's going to be happy for you. That is the mission. When the chief shepherd, that's Jesus himself, shall appear, we shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. That's the mission. That is where we're trying to get. We are trying to get each and every person to get to glory and hear those words, well done, my good and faithful servant. All right, come on in, enter into the joy of the Lord.
Hallelujah. All right.
That's where we try. That's our mission. All right, and to get to that mission, we have to be in subjection. All right, that's 1, 2, and then now he breaks it down. How do we get there? Likewise, you younger, submit yourself to the elders. You got to be in submission. That's what gets us there. Submission is a good thing. All right? Because submission involves more than just me getting to tell you what to do. All right? Submission means that if you're under submission, you come and you voluntarily submit yourself under me, I now become responsible for you. Oh my goodness, isn't that a good thing? That's a good thing. All right? I'm responsible now. I mean, you're in submission. I mean, you're listening to what I'm saying, and you're taking heed to what I'm saying. You're striving to do what's being taught to you and everything. You don't just put a heavy load here. All right? Because I'm responsible. All right? And the scriptures say the leaders are so responsible until if they tell you something wrong, then their blood is going to be on your hands. Yeah. All right? So you become 100% responsible for folks when they come under your submission. All right? And you know that's how it does that work. All right? The employees are there and they just do something just totally wrong as can be. And the district supervisor comes down and what happens? Who does he jump on? No, he jump on the supervisor. Who told him to do this? All right? These people are under subjection of somebody else. All right? I've even seen it in business. I've even seen it on the construction site. Yeah. One of the big bosses come to the construction site and something's going wrong and the workers are there doing it right now. They're messing up right this minute. Yeah. The big boss comes in and looks at what's going on, turns right around, just lights into the supervisor. Right. I mean, just tears him a new one. I mean, just lights into him. All right. Then turns, okay, guys, let's see y'all. You do good work. He ain't mad at them. All right. He's mad at who they're under subjection of. Right. All right. He should tell them better. Right. They're doing. I mean, these guys gonna do whatever he tells them. Yeah. Right? So he becomes responsible for them. and that's how it is in the church, man. You gotta understand. Hey, I'm under leadership. I'm under, the elders, the ones that are in authority. They're telling me something, and you doing it. Hey, Lord, I'm doing what the leaders told me to do. All right? And guess what? Oh my God, you think the boss lights into somebody. You don't want God lighting it to you. Yeah, that's going to be some shit. That's real serious. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let me keep moving here. All right. Now this is just an amazing thing here. All right. Now, back to what Deacon was saying. Okay, let me see. No, I ain't got there yet. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another. All right. Everybody be subject one to another. All right. Somebody's telling you something that can do you some good. All right. You got to be subject one to another. Back to my my airplane analogy. All right, if you know, if something comes across the radio or whatever, communicating with the tower, they say we got some bad weather ahead. You know, fellas out there on them planes, you know, govern yourselves accordingly. We got, you know, patch of bad weather. And the flight attendant hears that, you know, and the pilot starts to make a descent, you know, and that flight attendant knows that. Usually when we hear that, well, he goes up and go over the bad weather, right. You know. So she might come and say, hey, you know, hey, I heard about the bad weather and everything, but you're declining. You know what's going on? You know, and then he makes, oh no, I got it. There's too many guys. We're headed south. There's a bunch of planes up above, they're going north. I want to get down below the weather so that I'm not interfering with those guys. You know what, I don't want to go head on into anybody. I want to go low. Yeah. All right, oh, I got you. Okay, that's great. Yeah, everybody's going southbound. We're dropping down low and get under this weather. And the other guys are going north, they're going to go up high and get above it. So we got it under control there, okay? All right, so now, you know, so he's not, you know, you got to be able to talk to people.
That's right.
You know, I mean, you got to, you know, be subject to one to another, you know. Now, suppose that same flight attendant comes and says that to the pilot, and the pilot goes, hey, I ain't got time to explain to you what's going on, but I hear what you're saying, and I got it under control. But he didn't give her no explanation. Now what? There you go. You got to trust him now. Now you got to trust him. Now you just got to trust him. All right. Now where you now here comes Belle. All right. Now I brought it to your attention and everything. Now I just got to trust you now. Got to trust you now. Got to trust you now. Yeah. A lot of times we don't get all of your questions answered. A lot of times you don't get all of your questions answered. Sometimes you just have to take on the faith of the ones that are in authority and know that they know what they're doing. You know, I brought it to their attention. They acknowledge that you know that they understand. All right. You don't always get things answered. We gotta trust them. And sometimes that's tough. That's tough. But it ain't a good idea for that flight attendant to go take the wheel. It ain't good. Good idea. You gotta still stay in your position. Gotta still stay there. All right. Let's move on here. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. Likewise, you youngers, submit yourselves to the elders. All right. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. That's what I want to get to what Dick said. You got to be humble, because submission is voluntary. All right, you got to be humble. You got to be humble. All right, and I like the selection of words here in the scripture. Be clothed with humility. All right, it didn't say that was going to be your nature from now on. Humility. You have to be clothed in. You know what happens with clothes, right? You can put them on, and you can take them off. It's totally voluntary, all right? And this is the thing with this humility. God resists the proud, but giveth grace to the humble. When you voluntarily just humble yourself and come under subjection, oh man, God, but he sees that as valuable. He sees that's a powerful thing. That is a powerful thing to God. Yeah. When he sees you, because you can't make folks do things.
That's right.
You can't make folks do things. All right? Even if they actually do it and it's not in their heart, you may have gotten the action that you wanted or the thing done that you want, but as soon as they get a chance, you're going to see them do what was in their heart. All right? But when they voluntarily do it, it's in their heart. They volunteer for this thing. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. In other words, God is saying, this is what he's saying. If you submit yourself, all right, you take the low road, get in your position here, all right, and stay there. That's an exalted position, all right, and that's total opposite of how the world works. The world says you have to step on everybody that you can to get ahead. Don't matter. It don't matter what. Don't matter who you hurt, who you step on. You're trying to get to the top. All right? That's not what God said. God said you want to get to the top, you go to the bottom.
Yes.
All right? He said the first is going to be last. And the last is going to be first. All right? God always works opposite of what the world said. And God thought so much of this here. Go to Matthew real quick. Matthew 20. Matthew 20, come down to 27. Matthew 20 and 27 says, and whosoever will be chief among you. All right, you want to be top dog. That's what everybody wants to be. All right? That's what, the world got classes for that. You want to be chief, top, leader, boss. All right? This is how you get to be the leader, the boss. Let him be your servant. You take the servant position, all right? And that's what gets you to the top in God's kingdom, all right? You want to be the top in God's kingdom? You be the servant, all right? And that flies in the face of what the world says, all right? The world says, if you want to be the top, you're going to have to fake it till you make it, you act like it or whatever. Whatever it takes to get to the top, you do it. But don't be the servant. All right, but that's the opposite in God's kingdom. You want to be at the top, you get down here and you serve people. You serve people. Oh, wow. Okay, all right, man. All right. And he gives you an example. 28th verse. Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, all right, but to minister and to give his life a ransom for many. Amen. There was a mission there. The mission was to ransom many. And that's basically to save our souls. That was the mission. All right? So he had to become subject, all right, to being a servant. Wow. Get in the position, all right? Whatever the position is. Oh, man, okay. Let me keep moving here. Oh, wow. People are willing to pay, all right, for someone to be in subject to them. Did you know that?
That's right.
All right, when you go to a restaurant, all right, I don't know if it shows it in your book or not, but when people go to a restaurant, I think restaurants are so popular, all right, because people like it when people are subject to them, all right? I mean, when you get to be the top, all right, and people get to be, you got people that are subject to you, man, people pay for that, all right? When folks go to restaurants, even if the food ain't the greatest, they'll pay big money for what? There it is. They'll pay big money for excellent service. Oh, can I fill your water? Oh, I see you. This is a little empty. Can I take care of that for you? Just nice service. Yeah. According to frugalrules.com, it says on average, people spend, listen to this, $30,000 a year at restaurants. On average. In other words, some might pay more, some might pay less. But on average, they pay a whole lot of money, all right? All right, not 30,000, I'm sorry. An average American household spends, I'm sorry, not 30,000, 3,000. Amen. Wait, you thought you was a little below? No, wait a minute, I'm way below. I gotta crank it up. Not 30,000, 3,000. Okay. Now there was a case where a family spent 30,000. That's where I got that number from. There's a case, all right, where a family spent a staggering $30,000 over the course of a year. All right, so we got some people spending $3,000. That's the average. But then we got some folks that high ass $30,000. All right. And what's that for? That's for service. That's for people to be in subjection to you. People like that. All right, to be in subjection to you. All right. Oh man, that's amazing though. All right. Now I want to ask a question here. been humble and they never learned how to serve others from a child. You know, this being humble and serving and being under subjection comes from childhood. All right, some little children, you can't tell them nothing. All right, and they little children, they're 7, 8 years old. You know, hey baby, come here for a minute. They look at you, go on by there, and they stop and look at you, let you know they heard you. Then turn their head and go on by their business. They subject, you know, and this comes from a child. But even Jesus himself, all right, from a child, he was subject. Let me grab this real quick. All right, go on to St. Luke. St. Luke 2. St. Luke 2, come down to 51. Way down to 51. Let me start at 49. Now this is where they lost Jesus. All right, can you imagine being the parents of Jesus? You've got God in the flesh, and you're supposed to be, the parents, and you lose him. That's what happened here. All right, they lost him. 49. And he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my Father's business? All right, there's a plan. There's a mission I got to get on. And they understood not the sayings which he spake unto them. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth. And Jesus was what? Subject unto them. But his mother kept all these things in her heart. She just kept these things. But Jesus himself, from a child, he understood that if you're going to have people to be subject to you, you're going to have to be subject to someone else. All right, that thing of being subject is something here. Oh my goodness! Wow. Now, to have proper submission, all right, you got to be kind of secure in yourself. You got to kind of know who you are. If you're going to be subject to someone, all right, you're going to be subject. You got to be kind of secure in yourself, all right, and kind of know that I'm still valuable. Because a lot of folks think if they're subject to someone that makes them less than. All right, that if you don't, you're not the top position or whatever. You're less than. Some people even be insecure in having a menial job. You're not the executive of a corporation or not any big shot or business owner or anything. You just got to work a day job. All right, with honest pay and everything. People got to be, you ask them, a shoe store, if your shoe salesman at a shoe store, that ain't nothing wrong with that. That you get paid, honest money, you ain't stealing, people write you a paycheck and everything, ain't nothing wrong with that. But people, I just work at down at Cleaners, hey, that wrong, you got to be secure in yourself, you know what right. You're making money, people that they get insecure when they don't think they're in a high position. All right, even if you're not in a high position, hey, I'm a valuable person in society. Whether I own the Cleaners or I just work at the Cleaners. That's right. If I work at the shoe store or whatever, that don't make you any better. You got to be secure in yourself, And when you get secure in yourself, you can be in subjection to someone else, because you know that you being in subjection doesn't make you any less of a person. All right, and that's that's where we have that's where a lot of the men and women problem come in. All right, because women got to understand, just because you're in subjection to your husband don't mean that he's smarter than you.
No.
Sometimes mama's smarter than dad.
That's right.
Okay, and behind the scenes, mama helped daddy out. A lot of times they go off. All right. And to really be in submission, you don't want, and if you're really in submission, you don't want to, say I had to tell him that. You know, I mean, that's where it gets a little ugly, you know. Well, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't know that. You know, hey, come on, let him be the boss. You know, that's nice. Yeah, stay in your position, all right? but he should know. He should know better, all right? He should govern himself accordingly too. All right, wow. Okay, oh man. Okay, where do we want to go? We gotta wind up here. Okay, so if a person is insecure in their self, you know, they're insecure of themselves, they're always going to be jockeying for position. All right, they always want that top position. You know, if they're insecure in themselves, you know, they're going to want that top position. They got to stay on top. You know, and just to be a humble servant, you learn a lot. I want to give you this story real quick. I was working as a mechanic. I just got out of school and I was working as a mechanic. And you know, I'm the new guy there, and these master mechanics, they were there and all, and you know, I didn't know much, and I know how to change oil and stuff like that, and I know what oil filter and all that kind of stuff was. All right, but these guys, they take this stuff apart, put it back together, make it run right, and all this kind of stuff. All right, so you know, so I got with one of these guys named Jock Hall, never forget it, a little short fella, and you know, he would come and Jeff, we're gonna work on this today. All right, so I go get his tools. I run get his tools, you know, lay them all out and everything. He come back, tools are laid out and everything. No, we work on it, you know. Then, you know, we get done and everything. But I wipe up all the tools and everything, you know, and put them all away and everything. Well, he started liking it working with me, you know. He wanted to work with me all the time. So, you know, hey, we gotta go out on this big job here. And oh well, hey, I need to take Jeff with me. You know, I'm gonna have to take off these doors and these belly pins, and I'm gonna really need him. You know, and he'd get there and then, well, hey Jeff, this is what we're gonna be working on, and I'm gonna go get the work order and everything. And I get all his tools laid out and everything. Then he'd know we get done, you know, Jeff, I'm gonna go get a soda break, you know, I'm gonna go make a soda run. You know, you want it? Yeah, give me an orange Gatorade. He'd come back, man, I'd have all the tools cleaned up and ready, you know, packed. Well, he didn't want to go nowhere without me. I wind up one of the youngest guys working at FP&L over in Port St. Lucie. I was too young to get in the gate, but this guy didn't want to go in without me.
All right.
Exactly. He had to be 18 to get in. I had just turned 17.
Yeah.
I couldn't come in without a waiver. All right, because you get yourself subject.
Yes.
Not that I was any lesser of anybody. Some of the other guys at the job, man, you can let that guy make you a slave. No, but I got a mission in mind. I got something I'm trying to get somewhere. All right? And none of them, they weren't even eligible to go over to that job at the nuclear power plant over in St. Lucie. They weren't even eligible. But this guy didn't want to go without me. You know? So when you get to be subject, I mean, just get in your place. Just volunteer to just, man, hey, I'll stay here. I'll clean the tools. You know, I'll get things ready. No problem. You know, you're the one that knows what's going on. You know, I'm under you. And just think, when it goes the way God says, it just works good. It just works good. Yeah. Now let's see real quick. Oh my goodness. Let's catch our last lesson. Last of our lesson. St. John 13. Let's see how Jesus did this thing.
All right.
St. John 13 in our lesson, 13:12. Now this is just cool. This is just cool here. So after he had washed their feet and had taken his garments and was set down again, he said unto them, know ye what I have done to you? All right, ask him a question. He said, you call me Master and Lord, and ye say, well, for so I am. In other words, Jesus is saying, you call me Master and Lord, and you are absolutely correct. I am Master and Lord. I am the chief in charge. I'm the one. All right, I'm the head honcho, however you want to put it. I'm the boss. All right, he said, and you are absolutely correct. All right, you say that I am, and you say, well, you're correct. Check this out, 14th verse. If I then, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet. If I, your Lord and Master, all right, I'm the head guy in charge here, and I don't see any job as too demeaning. All right, I don't see any job as that's beneath me. You know, you don't get that when you're in authority. All right, you don't get to a point where that's beneath. I won't do that. I won't do that anymore. You don't get to that point. And that's how people stay in love with you when you're in authority. All right, if I tell you, hey man, I need you to clean the bathrooms. All right. Not because that's beneath me, I won't clean the bathrooms. No, because I'm going to be doing something else. All right, something else needs my attention. All right, and if that didn't need my attention, I wouldn't even be asking you. That's why I enjoy Overseer Belle and Bishop Brown so much. All right, because at any time, you'll see Bishop in the kitchen, stacking chairs, moving stuff over here and there. Or you catch Overseer Belle on his lawnmower out mowing the church, getting things ready. At any point. And those are the top guys in the church. Those are the top guys. They don't ever get to the point where, that's beneath me. So if they say, hey Jeff, I need you over here to stack the chairs and clean it. Yes sir, no problem.
All right.
Because they show me an example. All right? And this is straight from how Jesus got this thing. He said, if I then, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another. Jesus Christ, the creator of the universe, the one that made the feet that he was washing, gets down here and washes their feet. I mean, just get the bowl and the water and the dusty sandals and everything, and just washing their feet and take a towel till it was girded, dry, and all this here. And Peter was, like, Jesus, not my feet, Lord, no. And Jesus, no, if I don't wash your feet, you ain't got no part with me. What I'm doing now, you don't know, but you'll know later on. He didn't stop and give him an explanation of what he was doing. Like the pilot, I was telling you just got to trust me. All right, and what I'm doing now, you don't know what I'm doing now, and I ain't got time to explain it. But if I don't wash your feet, you don't have no part with me. Peter said, well, come on, wash it. Wash my hands, my head, everything. He just jumped in the line, all right? Man, and that's how we've got to be. Man, you don't get an explanation right now, well, come on, well, whatever, let's do it. I'm with you. All right? But nothing was too low. Nothing was just deep. All right? For I've given you, here it is, an example that you should do as I have done unto you. Very, very I say unto you, the servant is not greater than the Lord. Just because I wash your feet, that does not bring me down to not being the Lord anymore.
All right.
All right? Just because Bishop stacks the chairs and sweeps the floor doesn't bring him down from being Bishop. He's still the Bishop.
Yeah.
All right? Okay. The overseer, because he fires up his mower and get out there and cuts the church, that don't bring him down.
All right.
From being overseer, he's still there. Just overseer that had to cut the grass today, All right. Ready, I say to you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. Neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. Here it is. If you know these things, happy if you do them.
That's right.
All right? When you know these things. All right? Now, we can talk about subjection, being submissive. We talked about it at the beginning. All right? And what's the negative connotations that come along with it. But when you understand it, that it's not just being in subjection, it's your position. And your position is for a mission. We're trying to get somewhere. And if everybody stays in their position, we get to the mission gets accomplished. All right? So we can't have chaos. All right? Somebody's got to be in charge.
Amen.
Somebody's got to be in top. Somebody's got to be in the middle. Go between the top and the lay people. All right? And then some people have to be the lay people. Someone's got to be down here to get somebody's got what it says, boots on the ground.
That's right.
All right? Someone's got to be the ones that actually get the work done. And they're not it's not any lesser you're not any lesser of a person for your position. It's just the position that you're in. And with time and with experience, your position changes.
Yes.
All right? But when your position changes, you don't get to say, well, that's beneath me. I won't do that anymore. No, you don't get that. I mean, you may get to the point where, things have progressed so until you don't get to do that anymore.
Right.
Things that got so good until, I just can't do it anymore. We have to hire somebody to do that. We got other people that takes care of that. It's better. But that's just a big subject.
Yes, sir.
One to another. Got to be subject. Amen. So this concludes our lesson. Got to be subject one to another. And that doesn't make you any lesser of a person when you become subject. But you got to know what the mission is. Got to have a mission. And our mission here in the church is for you to see that chief shepherd in peace.
All
I want you to meet God in peace. Hear that word? Well done. Amen. So we just thank God for our lesson.